Alright, hello. Yeah, hopefully the audio quality is not bad. Let me know if something is awful. I'm gonna turn the AC off for now, actually. It low-key gets annoying quite quickly. This is day 39 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Once again, this is a pretty ambitious list. I think it's day 39. I hope it's 39. Let's see if I counted correctly. Yeah, okay, I counted correctly. That's good news. That's very good news. Okay. Hey MD, haven't seen you here in a while. Welcome back. Yeah, so no leak code today because it's a little bit early. Yeah, so last time we added the constructs in the middle end IR to support like real branching control flow. So the idea here is hopefully today we can update all of the other existing stuff to account for that as well. And that includes toString and memtorich. I don't think toString will be that difficult, but yeah, memtorich might be a little bit confusing. What happened in the meantime? You can look through a couple of my past streams or just the git commit history, I think. That's probably the fastest way to go about it. I don't particularly remember exactly where you last saw my stream, so it's a little bit hard to determine at a glance. Also, while I'm at it, I may as well plug the Discord again. This week's stream schedule is a little bit strange because my classes are starting back up, so I need to kind of sort through that a little bit. And as a result, I'm like messing around with the stream schedule a little bit. Today is like quite early, tomorrow is way earlier, and then Saturday should be a pretty normal time. So yeah, this is kind of how this week is gonna be. We'll see how it ends up turning out. What's good, John? Good to see you here today. Okay. Hammock. Yeah. Yeah, so the instructions we've added, we've added two new terminators. So we have two sort of exit instructions, or like end instructions for basic blocks. No leak code because the daily hasn't reset yet. And low-key after the 80-minute leak code session last time, I think I need a little bit of a break. Yeah, we have a branch terminator, and then we have a conditional branch terminator. And then we also have fee instructions to handle variables within branching control flow. So yeah, that's the small pile we have added. The problem is if I try to build right now, it completely breaks, I think. It's supposed to break at least. Give it a second. There we go, yeah. The reason why it breaks is because we have an interface for the visitor. And naturally, since we have that, we have to add these additional instructions to that interface. And unfortunately, that means we haven't had a chance to implement these new functions. So that is the immediate goal for today. And there's a couple of them to look at. The first one is just the toString, which yeah, this doesn't exist yet, or it doesn't work properly yet because we're missing a couple of implementations. As you can see here, this list is a little bit shorter than the list on the left here. So let's just steal all of these, let's paste these in. Oh, that's actually the slow way to do that. Okay. Then we have branch, and then con branch. So I'm gonna turn the AC back on. It's quite hot here. and I prefer to be able to sit comfortably in my room. Let me make this... Hopefully it's not pointing straight at the mic now. There might be a little bit of background noise still, but it's a little bit inevitable, I guess. And just let me know if it's like annoying. Either low-key annoying or high-key annoying. Okay, so we have that. Let's implement. These are missing some new lines as well. So those two, we need fee, which goes after store. Hey Khalil, haven't seen you in stream. Welcome to the channel. Let's see if this builds now. I'm fairly sure I'm missing at least one more thing somewhere. That's not what's supposed to... Oh wait, no, that is what's supposed to work. Are you using WSL? Yes, I'm using WSL Fedora on Windows because I have a Valorant addiction, unfortunately. Let's see. Do we need to... Yeah, we need to add fees here, I think. Do you stream on Twitch? Unfortunately, I do not. I'm trying to keep my stuff compartmentalized to YouTube for the time being, at least. Yeah, it's just YouTube. Actually, we should steal it from... Wait a second. Should these be virtual? We're just gonna steal all this. Any plans on dual booting? Not in the short term, but my laptop, which I bring to classes, that's running Arch at least. Oh, I see what's going wrong. Let's make a macro to fix these. Yeah, there we go. So that's cleaned up. And then we need to actually implement them here. Okay, let's also steal from this file once again. As always. This also needs the thing. And then this I should steal. I wrote a one-liner to remove syntax hiding from LeetCode. Say less. That's pretty good, yeah. I'll give that a try. It'll be really funny. A little fun fact actually, which is like partially related. When I first took the compilers class here, I didn't know my way around C++ very well, which is really funny in hindsight because that implies that I've just been like kind of flailing around like a dead fish. But yeah, it was an interesting class. Obviously got me here. But the interesting thing is, somehow for another class, I accidentally broke the VS Code like C++ LSP. So I just went through that whole class without LSP whatsoever on my C++, and I actually think it taught me a lot. It definitely helped my confidence, and it also made me appreciate the features more. I guess it also makes LeetCode a little bit less awful. At least because it doesn't have like autocomplete and all the niceties that we expect. Uh-oh. Add that. He doesn't use syntax styling? That's nuts. I guess he's just cracked as hell, so like... Yeah, let me boot up LeetCode. Oh, that's a good one. Let's go on LeetCode real quick. Let me pull a problem. Let's do blind 75 because I'm lazy. Okay, long as consecutive. This might be a good one to at least mess around with. Alright, so then let's What? Are you kidding me? I have to... Are you kidding me? Okay. So incredible. But yeah. Okay, we don't have syntax highlighting here, so let's do this problem. What do you... I wonder if... What if we made it a really ugly color? Oh, much better. Okay. Low visibility. Oh, wait, actually. What? Let's do magenta. There we go. What a pretty color. Okay, it doesn't do new text, but that's okay. Yeah, we'd have to clean that up a little. Actually, I don't really want to do this problem right now. Oh wait, highlighting gets rid of it too? Okay, this is unusable. No, we're not doing this problem. Maybe just on like any keyboard press. You're good, you're good. Oh, each of these are a line? Okay, so this is the div. Yeah, okay. I guess while we're here, we may as well just try and do this problem. Hi Fares and SB, welcome to the stream. Let's see. How do we do this problem again? I knew how to do this at one point. I think we just keep track of total and then what is this called? It's not by bucket. It's not bucket store. It's something else. Union fine. Okay. Can we do this without a hash table? Actually, no. We need it. Let's do an error map. I did compilers this year is actually interesting. Glad to hear that. Welcome to compiler land. So this is has lower, I guess. None below, I guess. Make this int. Right? Is this? Do this, and then. This has duplicates, I see. So let's just find I if there is not end, then we can just continue. So if what is the interface for this again? What is contains? Contains, yeah, okay. So if it contains, all right, we want I'm probably doing this like incredibly wrong, but this is like my initial thought. We can like kind of union. Let's actually rename this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we find those and then okay, so we have incur equals, we can just do 1 for now. So if below is not end, then incur we add below, or I guess below second, and then above. I don't like, because I'm gonna need to do the check again, I think. Let's go, Prajwal. Yeah, let's. I don't know the faster way to do this off the top of my head, so we can just oh wait, this doesn't work. This doesn't work the way I want. Okay, we're gonna look at what NeetCode says the solution for this is, because I don't know it off the top of my head, and this is how I will learn. It's in here. Wait, what? Huh? Why does this work? So this makes sense. But why is just setting the neighbors sufficient? Oh, wait, I see. Wait, no, wait. Huh? Okay, I might actually look at the video for why that works. Doing my LFCS course right now? Fair. Hash set. I don't understand this hash map solution, low-key.
That's all leak code.
Is this set? This is set. Got for free in the scholarship? Nice. Good stuff. Why does this work? Oh, I see, okay. Because this only affects the boundaries. And we're kind of tacking those on, is what I'm kind of getting from this. Okay, so it's basically what we did. We just we made a complete mess out of it. So if it doesn't contain I, then we want to continue. Alright, if it contains I, then we want to continue. So then cur equals 1 plus consecutive at I minus 1, and then plus I plus 1. And then, so res equals max of res and cur, and then we want to set the things. So we want consecutive at I to be cur, and then what else did we want to set? Wait, no, I'm doing this wrong, I think. No, I'm not. Okay. So we're subtracting. So we're going to the lower bound, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to the lower bound, we're setting that. We're going to upper bound, and we're setting that. So we want consecutive at I minus the value at I minus 1. This cur, and then want this to be plus, I think. And then we can, right? Is that correct? Yeah. And then we just return res, right? Okay, wait, let's, oh, that's wrong. Okay, now we turned off syntax highlighting again. Oh, we turned off some syntax highlighting again. So what is wrong here? Why is this wrong? It should be correct, right? Surely. Gets that, I plus gets that. Kerr gets that. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is wrong. Let's try the hash set way. I don't understand this solution. The hash set one makes sense to me. Yeah. Let me just double check it to make sure I understand it. Okay, this makes sense, yeah. It's just like an extension. It's like a optimized naive approach. Discover I waste 2160 minutes of your life? No. I think that's a little bit misrepresentative. Okay, so we make the hash set. This is of int. And then this take, so we want to just feed in nums into that. So nums dot begin, nums dot end. And then keep max there, and then, oh, I need to give this a name. Set is taken. Nums is taken. Damn it. New nums. So for each number in there, we want to. So the naive approach to the problem is just each number. I guess each number we check the longest consecutive sequence we can make from that. That's quite slow. So we should just. We should check each number only if it is the start of a sequence. Yeah. So if the set contains, or if it doesn't contain I minus 1, yes, that is roughly what's gonna happen inside. The naive approach is doing it over everything. This approach is sort of like that, but I guess we don't check every number. So we can just continue here. What do you think of React? It's terrible. The more I think about React, the less I like it. I'm not sure if it's because of the community or if it's just like the language, if like React itself sucks, but like, you know. So we want to keep the current length, and then so we want to check I plus cur. So while that exists, we just want to increment cur. Res equals the maximum of res and cur. Do you think LeetCode is an IQ test? No, I think it is just pattern recognition at the end of the day. Alright, this should be good. What's wrong? I put it in the wrong scope. Good job, me. There we go. Don't tell me the naive approach is... Okay, so we're sorting, so we're cheating. We're sorting and we're doing it the slow way. That's crazy. You ever look at React code and codebase and just think, wow, this doesn't look like programming? Yeah. I mean, I feel like there is a distinction between writing code and, or I guess writing code and like programming, I feel like. Yeah, anyway. That's the LeetCode tangent over. Back to what we were working on here. It looks like this build. Oh yeah, I just built it. Let's try testing it. Okay, it still passes all the tests. Okay. Okay. React actually encourages people to not learn JavaScript. Exactly. It's just... Luckily, this is kind of what Big Tech wants, I think. Unfortunately, that's not really helpful for us, so. Being able to solve LeetCode problems is not intrinsic intelligence, it's about memorizing patterns, yeah, exactly. Memorizing and sort of applying / combining patterns. Let me check what LLVM's fee instruction is. I want the print to look something like that, at least. Okay, so we have fee, we have the type, and then we have these pairs. So the second one is the basic block. The first one is the actual value, is what it looks like. Oh god, I forgot about this reinterpret cast thing that I have here. This is like terrible. This is so awful. I hate this. Writing code is just writing code. Yeah. That sounds about right. I forgot I used the reinterpret cast here. This is really funny. I think this is I think reinterpret cast is like pretty frequently undefined behavior, right? Speaking of which, if anyone knows a better way to like do this, please tell me. I would very much like to avoid having to do this one. Write an HTMX app in C++, that would be fun? I disagree. I don't think it'd be particularly fun. Value to string, that is what I wanted to change, I think. Yeah, I would like to avoid adding the type there, but I think that's a later formatting problem, because I'd also have to like change all of the tests as well. Yeah. So let's start with the fee. Let's start with the Terminator. This should be easy. Why C++ developers hate casting? Specifically, static cast everyone likes because it's fast and it's safe. Dynamic cast people don't like because it's, even though it's safe, it's slow. Reinterpret cast people don't like because it's fast but it's not safe. And const cast people dislike because if you're using it, you probably have a problem. John, you should probably, if you were to convince anyone, it would probably be Aiden. Unfortunately, it is not going to be me. So, React for compiler development sounds very... It sounds terrible. It feels like I would feel like I would feel like Alfred Nobel, you know? Like at the end of the day, I would be like enabling a bunch of people to write really bad code, and that sounds terrible. Branch. This is what we want. Branch. Label. Okay. Use state? Fuck off. Okay. Yeah, so we can string. Oh wait, this is actually, it's a little bit interesting actually. Because I don't think basic block names are values yet, so it's just a little bit confusing. Okay, let's format this. Add void empty void visitors to make compile. I need to format them to reg. There we go. Let's do that. I'm gonna do a quick tangent actually, just to make the formatting changes that I want to make this, I guess, LLVMIR. Yeah, so let's, okay. We want, which one do we want? We want, it was one of these functions. Oh, it was this one. Enums? I mean, yeah, I guess that exists. I wouldn't be surprised if someone made that already, to be honest. Okay, we can get rid of this, at least. Let's make this a character. Oh, I can't make that a character, because that will that will do some broken things to the math here. Okay. So we can reformat that, and that's like, sure. All of these we want to print things now. What's the weirdest enum you saw in your life? Nothing jumps out to me. I'm gonna be real with you. So we have up, and then we want left dot. Wait, no, we want the types. Get left dot get type dot, or we want to toString this, I think, actually. Yeah. And then we want to do the same thing for right. It's the stupidest line of code you ever wrote in C++. This might be up there, actually. I don't think it takes a genius to figure out why it's a little bit janky. Can I like use string format here? Nah, I've already committed to this. I'm sticking to it. So right type plus plain. Okay, this makes sense. So value to string. Do we also want... Maybe I make value to typed string as well, just to make things a little bit less annoying. Hi, what is compiler rule? First of all, welcome to the stream. A compiler rule is just a job where I can work on a compiler for a living. Or even unpaid. I'll take it. So we want you to typed string. You think eating pizza with wine would solve a lot of problems? Probably not. I think a lot of the problems in the world are not really caused by any of that, at least. We can delete some of the changes I just made here. Okay. Yeah, we need to add this to wherever the hell this is. I hope this is the right file. Yeah, this is the right file. Value to string. We want typed string. Turn v.getType. And this will just cut down a little bit of the boilerplate with the result string. v.getType, right? GetType. What's wrong here? Arrow. Whoops. So then we add value to string v. Can you watch Primeagen vids? If I have time later tonight, it might be like a 1 AM task, but I will also likely be tired. That might be a fun little activity. Yeah, we could probably get some giant a giant podcast going with like us and Aiden even. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway, okay, this should be typed string. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want, I guess I want this to look a little bit more like LLVM's IR. It's just less duplicative, makes less of a mess. Yeah, just saves a couple characters here and there. Like, I can't really complain. This is fine. This is fine. Calls are fine, actually. I don't think I need to worry about that one. This should... I think this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This needs a pointer type, I think. Actually, maybe I could just find and replace on putter. Putter equals value to typed string. Hey Kane, how's it going? How much are you selling this programming language for? $0. We can do the same here for var, I think. Oh, wait, not var. Not value. I can do that. I think this is about correct. This should break the tests. It 100% should break the tests. But if it compiles, that's good. That means nothing is super broken. Okay, perfect. Oh, I need a... forgot to add a space. That's the other thing I forgot. There we go. Let's try that again. Okay. Yeah, so this looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more succinct, which is valuable. Yeah, a lot of these are breaking, which is, again, completely expected. This should be breaking. Yeah, okay. Do you want to just... we might just regenerate the tests here, to be honest. So let's just build bin panic. We should run tests, regression, input, we need to get binary op tests written at some point. So let's do call chain, and then let's throw this into oh, wait a second. I need to turn off the op. I need to turn off op. Any progress on feed nodes? They exist in the IR now. I still need to construct them, but that's something I'll get to at some point. For now, I'm trying to make them look pretty with string printing, which, as we all know, is the #1 most important feature. You know, the most important feature of a programming language is that it looks pretty. You know, that's perfect design. Oh right. That's not. Driver. Let's just not run passes. Haven't gotten far, fair. It's a lot. It's kind of just a mess, so. So we want to run on test, regression, input, and call chain, just to see. This looks correct at a glance. I don't think anything is like super broken here. Actually, what if we just modify the existing tests? Or the existing expected. That's fine. You can just delete all these types. That's footer in I64. Wait, let's use a macro. 2 spaces, footer, space. Let me delete it. You can do the same with I64. Let's try that for all of these as well. This one's fine, actually, ironically. Let's do that. Right. Let's do the same thing. This doesn't have footers because we're on mem to reg. This is the only other one we need to do this for. Let's make tests now. Let's see if this works. Okay, it passes now. So that does what we wanted it to. Neat. Did I rebuild? Okay, perfect. yeah, I'll change root there. Make MIR toString look like LVMIR smiley face. Okay, so now we can get back to what we were actually working on, which is silly little feed instruction. Silly little feed instructions, silly little branch instructions. Branch might not be that difficult. Both of these require a label type, at least, it feels like. I guess label is kind of implied, to be honest. But we need to do one pass over all the basic blocks first, I think. Alright. Yeah. So we need counter, we need entry. How do we name these? How do we go about naming these? Because all of these will point to basic blocks, or at least for now they'll point to basic blocks that we haven't really gotten to yet. So we can't really give it a name yet. Maybe we could make a helper function that goes through a function and just iterates through like literally everything. But that seems a little bit ugly. I'd like to avoid writing another visitor, if at all humanly possible. So, yeah. Yeah. How can we avoid this? Yeah, that's actually a little bit of a problem. Yeah, we might have to end up doing that. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make these. We're gonna iterate through everything and number things first. That also solves this little yucky counter thing, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's start with, let's start here. Can I ask you a personal question? You can ask it. I'm not sure if I'll respond to it, but feel free to ask at least. Counter visitor. I guess like counter. Are you legitimate? I don't know what that means. Okay. So about that, and then we could also throw in basic block even, right? Are you the result of a civil and marital relationship? Yes. could just steal this at least. Funnily enough, I think we have to steal the counter here, but we don't need the counter in the other one. Or we need to change the counter to something else. Value number. Let's name it that. That seems a little bit prettier. So then this takes a... Or this creates a map. So this goes from... Instruction. And then instruction putter to uint64 numberings. Yeah, and then we can save that responsibility from toString, which is quite nice. And then we need to, we can just yank that. Get result. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. Make sure you, while I'm away, make sure you don't burn down the house. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully y'all are still here. Hopefully y'all are still safe. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. And then we were figuring out value numbering. Yeah, value numbering. Nice instruction numbering. Let's rename that. I do all those. Wait, this is stupid. Wait. I'm like way overcooking this. It just occurred to me. We don't need a visitor at all for this. We just literally need the instruction itself. Or at least if it's a value. If we can dynamic cast it to a value, then that works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. For each basic block, we want to number the basic block. We want to number all the values inside. I think that's roughly it. We can keep a map from instruction star to uint 64t. Instruction numberings. Instruction nums, I guess. And we can do the same thing with basic block. Yeah, okay. And then we can keep counter here. Yeah, let's do this. Just do auto basic block in yeah. We should start counter at -1 even, I think. Right? Because it's a vector of basic blocks. So the entry block is necessarily block 0, I believe. Right? Maybe we should keep a predecessors mapping in basic blocks as well. This should not be descendants, by the way. Should be called successors because I was a little bit silly with the way I named it. Let's do that. Yeah, let's add get predecessors. So then we get predecessors as well. Yeah, let's implement that real quick. Did I put that first or second? I put that second. Successors is second. So we can do this. Let's do that. Git commit some hunk. Let's just write real quick. Each basic block in. I guess we could just check if it has predecessors, and if it has no predecessors, then it's the entry block. And that'll make sense. So each in basic blocks. And just leave that as empty for now. How's Git looking? The header is just pretty straightforward, I think. Okay, so then we can add the header. There's dominance frontier algo on the SSA page, Wikipedia page. Yeah, I should probably implement that. But that's not like a top priority right now. I'll definitely fix mem2reg when the time comes, but yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Also uses predecessors. Yeah, that makes sense. What's the name originally? Descendants. Yeah, that was silly. That sounded silly. Right. Good status. What's the hunk P? Yes, we want that one. This one we don't want. I'm fairly sure I will need predecessors for various different things. And it would behoove me to make things doubly linked at least. So let's do that. And then this is build? Oh yeah, that's broken. Right, I forgot. Oh yeah, because this lives in the past. Successors, I think? I think that's the one I was thinking of. Do the tests still work? 4 fail. Why do these fail? Why is that? Do you eat bugs? What type of bugs? If there are program bugs, I eat far too many. Why are we getting this number here? This is before mem2reg, so this would be in front end. Supposedly. Unless it's with numbering? Shouldn't be, at least. Oh, yeah, okay, this is why. Okay, there we go. Okay, neat. Nice. So we can change this to -1 again. Or no, we should keep this as 0. Okay. What is happening here? We'll figure out whatever the hell is happening with this logic later. Okay, let's change this up. Counter being 0 is fine. So this should not be a not, but if predecessors is empty, then this is an entry block. In which case we want bb nums at bb equals -1, I guess. We can do that. There we go. Does -1 make sense in this context? Yes, because then we can mess around with that as we see fit. Otherwise, just do that, and then so we're gonna do this without dynamic costs. I hope there's a way to avoid that one. Is base of? Wait, that's a what? That's a thing? Wait, I did not know this existed. When was this introduced? 11? Wow, okay. Wow, that's really cool. What else is there here? Wow, there's so much stuff. His virtual base of. Right, his base of is what we want, I believe. So this should be value. Should be type of. Yeah, I have tried to avoid using templates as much as possible, or even learning about them for now. It's a little bit scary, at least. Okay, well, hopefully there's a better way to do this. What are you trying to do? If an instruction is a value type, then we map it to a number, is the plan, at least. But I'm trying to do it while avoiding dynamic cast because I don't actually use like the value pointer. So there's a fast way to do this without using dynamic cast. It turns out isBaseOf exists. I guess C++26 will have reflection, which is funny. Yeah. isBaseOf? Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess I could give that a try. So we want to get instructions. Does that include the Terminator? I forgot how I wrote this. No, it doesn't. I also don't think this has a Terminator Terminator getter, so let's add that real quick even. Okay, let's do this. Instructions. We store literals. Get Terminator. There should be a reference. Yeah, maybe these should have just been structs in hindsight. Then I could avoid all this reference shenanigans. Okay, so for each instruction we want what is context for if C++? How does this work? This might not work. Because this isn't in a... Oh, actually. I see, okay. That might... That's interesting. Okay, let's give it a try. I suspect it's not gonna work though. So what's it called again? Is base of. Okay, so we want value, and then type of I. Right, like this. Yeah, I don't think this is possible because this is all kind of just runtime, right? Like what I want to do here would be runtime, which really sucks, but yeah, I'm gonna... We're just gonna dynamic cast, I guess. Or we can just... We'll just do dynamic cast right now. If it gets really annoying, then yeah, it is absolutely runtime. So let's just do dynamic cast for now. If it's really slow and it gets really annoying, I might just do I might do what LLVM does and use like templates to handle dynamic cast stuff. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Dynamic cast to value, footer, I. What's wrong here? It's the brace. Do this, yeah. Then. Let's get rid of the braces. So we want instruction noms at I.get. We want this to equal counter plus plus. Yeah, that should be the correct indentation. I hope it's correct. Yeah, this looks about right for what we want. Yeah. Yeah, that also solves a lot of the random other slush that happens, I think. Yeah, because counter is function local, so this will be fine. Let's just get rid of these braces as well. And this should also clean up other parts in my code, I think. So yeah. Let's do that, and then so instead of giving it counter here, we want to give it BB noms and instruction noms. We can even can clean this up a little bit as well, like this. We want to change this as well, because that is gross. And this signature will inevitably be ugly. Oh, I need to re-ink that. So this is BB nuns, and then instruction version of that is instruction nums. Yeah, that seems coherent enough. Where's the toString? It's here. Let's do that, and then let's let the formatter clean that up. That doesn't exist. This actually also cleans this up a little bit, I think. Yeah, because this doesn't have a counter anymore. Instead, it's worse, actually. This should take the same messy stuff here. Right? That. Yeah, because we need the basic block for the Terminator, at least. Oh, right, we need to visit the Terminator still, but we'll figure that out. This doesn't exist anymore. So we want, so name is BB nums. This should be const as well. And reference. What's wrong now? I need to change it up here. Okay, nice. So, this. If it's -1, and it's entry. Otherwise, it's this is out to string that. Right? What's wrong here? Stood. There we go. Okay. Alright. So much random stuff to fix. This is fine, this is fine. That's fine, this needs to change. This only needs to exist, so we need to default string that, I think. Maybe we don't need that even. No, we already have this in here, actually. When did I add that, actually? Wait. Oh. Wait, we already have this. Wait, that's really funny. How does LLVM generate label or generate numbers for these? This is a crazy rabbit hole we've gone down. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Don't fold too much, damn it. That. Do a little bit of hacky stuff. Okay. So an 01 surely makes a mess. Okay. That's not the... I need more mess. Ah, there we go, okay. Yeah, it looks like it does one big numbering pass first, which, fair enough, but, yeah, so we can get rid of these these, like, annoying resolve functions, I think, actually. Because we have the mappings now, so we don't need to look up and add if it doesn't exist anymore. We can just, yeah, because we also literally don't have a counter anymore. Same for here. I literally never use this, I think, which is really funny. So yeah, basic block IDs to be BB nums. Then IDs to be instruction nums. Alright. What's wrong here? Oh. Right, is that good? That looks good at a glance. We can also get rid of these two now, and this one. Oh, and this even gets rid of this, like, really stupid thing. This stupid reinterpret cast. That's really funny. So we have that, and then... and two string the instruction IDs dot find v, I guess. Oh, do I have to reinterpret cast still? That's so funny. Okay, can I get rid of the reinterpret cast? Okay, we might have to reinterpret cast. Yeah, that's fine, you know. Gotta break a couple eggs, you know. Alright, let's test this. Something catastrophic is gonna break. Okay. Something is missing. Nothing is breaking per se. I think we just forgot to add something somewhere. We forgot to add the terminator. We want pb.getTerminator. Is that implemented? No, it's not implemented. So this should be basic block. What's failing still? It's just not finding the basic block? That's strange. That, and then on tests, Russian input, what? That doesn't seem correct. out of range. What are we missing there? So we don't have the resolve shit anymore, at least, but yeah, that was 2-string visitor local, so that shouldn't be a problem. Process the terminator. Basically, 2-stream processes that function. Reach basic block. Oh, wait a second. Terminator returns terminator. Gets a counter plus plus, that should be fine. Let's make this a ternary operator as well. What is wrong with this? Why would it be empty? Maybe I need to, maybe I do need to default the string? No, that's not it. Should be fine. Maybe I make this a value. And then this will be easier. do that, and then if he exists, then this is V. What's wrong here? This can be a static cast, I believe. Alright. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Duh. Do more of this stuff. Alright, we can do that. Where's the constructor? Body, that's fine. Let's standardize these names while we're at it. Do you finish rewriting the front end? Yes, that is. I think I did that for a while ago, actually. Should be instruction IDs. Let's do that. Wrong here. Oh, right. These are value putters now. And then we can skip this stupid reinterpret cast. And just pass in V. And what's wrong here? That's good, Frothy. Almost at 900? I can't lie, I haven't really been looking too closely at the subs. I've been more locked in on doing the work. That's pretty cool though. Thank you all for the support. It really... I know I sound like really dismissive and all, but like, at the end of the day, like, I didn't expect this channel to get large at all. It was mostly just a mechanism for me to sort of keep myself accountable. And I guess like the amount of support that y'all have shown is something I never really expected, even just making this channel, and I'm unironically very grateful to all of you for that. This is fine. That's fine. Let's try making tests again. This might still break. I don't really change anything, I think. Yeah. Oh, but it's breaking differently now, I think. Can I just do that? Yeah, okay. So these are appearing empty. It's not like Doesn't look like it's crashing. That's Valgrind. Test? Yeah, we got a test up a while ago. But something is obviously wrong with the code gen right now. Maybe I forgot to update something? This makes sense. This makes sense. Even put this down here, I think. Then we can move this up. Try Stitzy out. Let's rebuild it. This, I think, will very quickly tell us what is wrong. I think we know what is wrong now. we very much know what's wrong now, actually. We super know what's wrong. Body, that's fine. I think it's because the default string is empty, or the default string is like borked in some way. Or at least we know what's going wrong. The string is not being saved. In some way. Oh, but that shouldn't be a problem. What? It's doing a lot of visiting, so it's definitely visiting things. Let's clear a little bit more of that. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, this happens. Okay, well, so it is getting a lot of results. So then... Oh, wait. I might have bought it out. I might have just completely bought it out. Okay, well, okay. Yeah, that definitely does what we want it to do now. Yeah, also I think this is valid LLVMIR, so, yippee. But, brah. Unlucky. It's like midday and I'm goofing. Checking a thing. Classes exist. Okay. Make it easy? What do you mean by codes? Like, variable names? Because I'm lazy. And I'd rather not worry about, like, name collisions. And also, like, if I'm, like, making variables, tearing variables apart, just, like, making a mess out of the code, I can't really preserve names in any meaningful way. So this is, like, the least ugly way to do it. Yeah. This diff is pointless. Take numbering, basic block, progress. Agnostic? Order agnostic. I need to format. File? That one? What's wrong? Oh. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, fuck it. I got time. I'm gonna actually finish implementing the thing I wanted to implement, which is this fun stuff down here. Alright, let's do this. And there's no way for us to test this yet, but it'll be fine, surely. Surely it's fine. We'll find out the hard way if it doesn't work. Hurry up. So this is what we're calling var. This on I, and then so what do LLVM fees look like again? I had it up somewhere here. There we go. Let's fee. And then we need var type. So many things to do at once. Here it is. This, I think. Is this a keyword? I hope it's not a keyword. Is the compiler going to be x86-64 only? For now, at least. In the future, if I have time, I might play around with adding more backends, but I feel like that'd be very boilerplatey, so I don't think I would enjoy it a whole lot, at least, at a glance. Type, and then we need to add. In I. Got back from class and already live? Yeah. Today is a little bit of an earlier stream, at least. Oh yeah, get predecessors I think is the correct one here. Okay, so we want to add a space, and then actually we need this to be an iterator. Pairs. Do that. Let's just make this cleaner. Let's do that, and then so if it's not pairs that begin, then to add a comma space, I believe. And then we want to add this. I don't know much about compilers, but wouldn't it be better to use Linux for low-level development? You're completely correct about that. Currently I'm on Windows because I have a bit of a Valorant addiction, and I can't really do that on Linux, unfortunately. However, I'm running WSL, so I'm working in a Linux environment at least. And my laptop that I take to classes is running Arch, so yeah, it's a good time. So what? Value and the block. So value name, and we want basic block name. So we want value plus comma space, and then we want well, I guess that makes sense. We want PV name. That seems about right. So this should be don't we have like a helper that we need somewhere here? Right? I swear I had something. Value to string. Which one is which? Where's the instruction? It lives here. So this is second. Header second. And this equals basic block IDs at, and then this better exists because it's a literal pointer. Oh, to string. Okay, that should be good. Again, I have no way of testing this right now because none of the front end actually generates branching control flow yet. But yeah, this at least should get that covered once we generate that. Yeah. Okay. We don't need to change anything there. We can clean this up real quick. What are we looking for? Terminator. Boop, 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 boop. Ret is fine. And then okay, so we want these two. So if it's just a branch, then it's this one. BR label, and then T. We need getters. God damn it. So then we need to get the successor. So we want basic block putter, its successor. So this needs to be T successor, should be F successor, and then we need value putter, get conned. Yeah, okay. Okay, that seems about right. So you want T, get successor. We want to wrap that in basic block IDs at that. So string successor. Yes. Just steal that. We need a 2 string around that actually. Is that good? That should be good. Okay. So now that leaves this last one, which is a little bit equally boilerplatey actually. We have a true one, T successor, false successor, and we need conned, which let's just steal this name. It should be typed string. Con plus space, comma space. And we want to be true, comma space, and then false. Okay, that should. Oh wait, we need to add label. The word label. Okay, that should be good then. I need to I just realized I need to implement these things. Am I in the right file? I'm not in the right file. Okay, let's paste these in here. Here, rather. This needs a semicolon. Where'd you get started in learning compilers? Our school had a compilers class, and I took it on a dare because it was known for being really difficult, and then it turns out I actually really like the stuff. So I've kind of pigeonholed myself into this, but I've been enjoying it. It's been a good time. There's not much to narrate here. It's just writing a bunch of getters. That one's done. And there's one more, I believe. Right? No, actually no, we already included the other one. Just make sure tests still run. And if these run, then we should be good to go for now. And the rest we can debug as we go. Actually, any good resources on compiler backends? I don't have like a singular recommendation per se. I will say that LLVM has like a work in progress tutorial. I'm not really sure if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking more theoretical, I think the good news is most compiler construction books are pretty in-depth on the backend at least. You could look at like Engineering a Compiler, you could look at the Dragon book, Modern Compiler Design in ML, I think it was called. Just like the whole pile. They should all at least be fairly sufficient to, I guess, get a baseline level understanding of the theory. Or you could wait a couple weeks until I start working on the backend, and then I can like kind of start walking through that a little bit. Here, what did we do? We added getters. Implement toString for new MR constructs. I need to format. Damn it. Oh, from Mexico? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for showing up. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it though. Next time we have so I guess we've tackled one of the two visitors that we need to clean up, which is the toString, which for better or for worse was the easier one. The other one we need to clean up is this mem to reg stuff. This one scares me a little bit. I still need to figure out how to go about making this work properly. I might even rewrite the whole thing, but yeah, that is a future problem I need to worry about. So maybe I'll save that for like after I implement the front end. I'm not sure. I'll either tackle this next time or I'll tackle front end extension next time. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good place for me to wrap up the stream. Thank you all so much for showing up, especially wherever you are, especially recurring viewers that have that are kind of dealing with my adjusted stream schedule, one more time, I'm gonna plug the Discord. Since this week was like my first week of classes, I've had to mess with the stream schedule a little bit. In the announcements channel in my Discord, which is in the description, by the way, you should absolutely join. There's the rest of the stream times for this week, and they're all in your local time as well. Yeah, join the Discord. It's the best place to also get pinged when I go live, and also chat with me and the rest of the community while I'm not streaming. And also, while you're down there, make sure you like the stream and sub to my channel. It really helps get my content out to more people. I believe we are rapidly approaching 1,000 subs, so that'd be really cool if y'all could contribute to that. Yeah, also connect with me on LinkedIn and add me on GitHub to get caught up on what I've been working on. So yeah, take care y'all, take it easy, make sure you drink some water, and yeah, have a great day.